Hello, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Hello, Plaguebird, Furious Sheep, Genjais the Silent, the Chaucer, Mastermaticus, Corvus Correc, Cool Doge, Fulio, Lost Guardian, Despotzini, and Tiwian, Not Delusional, and Zumba's Laya. Hello, hello, welcome, one and all. The Houseless heroes continue their journey, their triumph, their adventures, whatever word we want to describe. So last time, we decided to make a break for it. We had previously cut ourselves off from the bottom part of the map by, well, deciding to be on the north side when we finally attacked enough stuff from House Igloff, where we were trapped in the north. Maybe not trapped. I mean, obviously we broke free, but most of our fighting, of course, early on, needs to be on or near a road. Basically, we, especially early on, are only fighting peasants and caravans. And then by the time we're fighting brigands, we are hoping to be in, as I've stated before, a briggy alley. Now, we had kind of an okay area here in Kingmill, but we found that with the orcs on either side, and honestly just seemingly not that much brigand activity, that it wasn't as profitable as we needed it to be from the perspective of crowns, right? So we've got a lot of like offshoot roads and stuff like that. So we broke through eventually, after spending a little more time, to the south, and we found a much, much more fruitful area of brigand activity, brigands and nomads, which is good, because not only do we want to fight both, we want the gear from both, we want the crowns from both. They're both really good fights. Also, in the north, way up here, are barbarians, which do not drop the same amount of crowns. That's right, we broke on through to the other side. Also very exciting yesterday is, after chasing some nomads back through the desert, we found the Curious Shipwreck. Very fortunate, and got the golden goose. Now, it'd be easy to overstate this. Like 15 crowns per day is not that much, right? It takes 10 days to generate still less than a single, briggies on the road fight. But still, gold is what we're looking to get right now. So we'll take any opportunity we can, because we are hoping to get the... Oh, right, because we found a legendary location. He's at the top of the list. I was going to scroll down. I forgot. We have seen a legendary location, right? So the cartographer's up here. So cartographer is our first thing we need to do with our crowns. Squigs, hello, hello. So we've been given a gift by Dovcool in each stream. In the first one, even though Jazef MPGH was taken from us, Dovcool gifted us a new brother in DeBurner. In the second stream, when we had two brothers on the verge of death from some just unlucky rolls at the beginning of a battle, Dovcool spared them and let us keep their lives. And in the third stream, the most recent one, Dovcool teased us with some nomad footprints not leading to a camp, only for us to find the Curious Shipwreck. How will Dovcool treat us today? Hopefully kindly. Last we left off, I think we were heading east, and so I think without further ado, we're just going to keep traveling on this road. This road is good for us. Now, this road still isn't like incredible, right? Because I don't quite know or understand where the towns are on this map. It seems like there's very few, but we know there's like a citadel up here. We know that because of the stone watchtower. We know there's another like citadel or like military, right? Citadel, whatever, keep. We've got that type of settlements up here, and those don't generate the regular caravans. But they can be a destination. So we're not going to get quite as many caravans on this road, but we will get more brigands. Now, brigands are what we want. We also want to fight undead as we see them, so. Today we'll get two brothers I can feel it in my bones. Oh boy. Two brothers is almost impossible. However, one brother certainly could happen. Though I think realistically, this particular road, while I've talked about how good it is from the perspective of, you know, fighting brigands. Well, actually, hold on. I mean, technically, I can check this. Oh, let's see. What is, like right now, what would our chance to get a brother be? Oh shoot, what was the key? I think it's Control E. Hold on, I can tell you the answer to this. What is our chance for a brother? Oh, okay, so we can get runaway laborers here, right? Which has a score of 7. Pretty unlikely. Our chance of getting an event brother on this road right now is about 4%. That's not very good. That is much different from the like 10 to 15% or whatever from when we got the brother up here. But of course, you know, we all, you know, sometimes your 5%'s hit. So maybe, I actually thought maybe we wouldn't qualify because runaway laborers, as we consult the slide, as we know, requires us to be in is it not on the list? No, it is. Oh, laborer, yeah, 4th down. Top 4/5 of the map. I guess we're in the top 4/5. Just barely, apparently. I'm ready to start inspiring some brothers today. Ooh, maybe not quite yet, because that'll require us to get to 8. We'll see if we get to level 8. We'll see. Anyway, that's enough blabbing. Let's get to exploring. Let's see. Do I need to unequip stuff? Yeah, I do. We don't want to fix this stuff up, right? Armors are looking pretty good though. We're starting to look like a real company, kind of. We can fish for fisherman or thief in the desert. We can. Now it looks like this terrain probably counts, as does, well, that's it. As does probably a region in here, I would guess. Maybe, but if we're heading down here, it's really just to look for nomad footprints to kind of leave. I'm mostly focused on getting our crowns up to 2,500 and less on event brothers, at least for now. At least for now. I'm also hoping we get some more just like power and experience. And, you know, by gaining just power generally, it will let us, you know, maybe fight small groups of like noble caravans, mercenaries. All right, we got some footprints here. Good. Things like that. Ah, good. A nice little cute fight. We also really do want a composite bow from a nomad archer, so this is a good fight. As for the first brother, what about the second one on the stream? You know, we head down south and we just get the belly dancer on the first try. How about that one? Zeno Aristo. Hello there, Mr. Slurgy. It's midnight here, so I just want to say hi to show support. We'll keep myself updated through the VOD. Good luck. I hope I live. We have that in common, you and I. I also hope that you live. Okay. Not too bad. Let's see if we can fight him on the road and not the hills. Not sure if I did that or not. Success. All right. The UI quality of life upgrades and Reforged are so nice. Oh yeah, they really are. Like seeing the flag on the map. The one that's hardened only, where you get to see the hit chance, is really nice. A lot of really good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm probably just going to chill here for the moment. I was going to say, they're going to come to us because we've got an extra half-ranged unit, more than they do. I could rotate to go for an attack here. I wasn't thinking that we would actually make this our attack round. Because I want to do... Let's see. Act again in 7 turns. I wanted to do Onslaught. Huh. Apples and fruits. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I guess I should have done that instead of just like waiting. But alternatively, I mean, I could just hold out one more turn. I should be keeping that in mind on Curse Word, not waiting on him because we want him to go with like the start of the round. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here. We've got a pretty hard time hitting them with all the dodge stuff they've got, so I'm just gonna chill here. And I don't think I want to lower our range defense here by reloading, even though we do have iron sights. Makes attacking with a crossbow more tempting, but I think I'm just gonna throw. And I'm gonna put trash comps over here, that way we can get No Man 1220 up on this fancy little hill. Feeling fancy. Not fancy enough to hit them, but, you know, still pretty fancy. So now here, I'm gonna wait on a bunch of brothers, do Onslaught with Curse Word. Or am I? No, I am. I'm gonna be slower than them anyway. So we may as well get the hit chance. I think that'll be... Ooh. Pierce Cheek. Can bandage that up. Probably have Sir Kells do it. Oh, he doesn't have it. Advanced Lightning? Okay, yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna wait on Master Maticus too. And now, Onslaught. Are we going to see the long-awaited spear tip formation today? Probably not quite, but it's close. It's not so far away, but it's also not so close. You know what I might do? It's kind of a weird line, but just so I can run DeBurner all the way up to here, we push. The big question is, are we going to call it the spear tip formation or an arrowhead formation? I really should be calling it the spear tip. I think if I were to call it anything else, it would be a little bit of a misplay, you know? Okay, so now we've got this Nomad Archer locked down. Missed our stun. Just the tip, that's all you need. Guess we'll do the aim shot here. Nice. AoE daze. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's... Anyone we can rotate to give him an attack? Doesn't look like it. I guess maybe I could have rotated Meta Wrecker. It's kind of whatever. Okay. Nice, clean, and easy fight to get things started right. Looks like a Dr. Seuss poem. I'm a poet and didn't even realize. Okay. And did we get the composite bow? Hey, we did. And 172 crowns. That's why we want to fight the Briggies and Nomads. That's why these fights are good. That's why we do them. That's why we like them. Okay, I think we got enough slings we can get rid of the 23%er. Realize, realize, realize. Whoa. Whoa. I've never seen that one before. That's good. Okay, that's good enough. We don't really need those helmets either. Okay. Let's see. Is there a place for this dagger? I guess not. Wow, extra dagger. It hurt that you didn't finish it with I'm a poet and didn't even know it. No, I knew. That's why I said I didn't realize. I was playing on the I'm a poet and didn't even know it. I was like 2 steps ahead of you, trash comps. I was playing like 8D chess. Okay, speaking of trash comps is leveled up. So I'm kind of thinking that given that on level 7, on basically every single brother, we're going to be taking whatever defensive perk we have available to us. Maybe on the brothers who only have Battleforged, we maybe don't take it, but we probably still do. And so given that, and the fact that I want to grab Inspiring Presence after that one, I'm going to grab Fortified Mind here on level 6. That way we've got plenty of resolve for when that time comes. Okay. What happens if you get another brother that have Tactician? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I'll allow it, right? So I'm not gonna like dismiss the brother just because I made it a rule that my starting squad would be limited to 1. I mean, I'd probably build around it and use it. I think that's fine. But that's right, I'm just edging all the poets in chat. Pretty sure D100 rolls higher on average than 8D chess. I had to get my dice out for an emergency dice roll just earlier today. That's right, an emergency dice roll. Okay. I'm gonna grab the fatigue because it's a high roll. This brother's gonna be, again, consult the diagram. Trash Comps is gonna be the star of our spear tip, doing Inspiring Presence. And since he's not gonna have opportunities to attack, he's gonna be carrying a whip and disarming. Keep a set handy for indecision. Hey, it's a good way to do it. Sometimes all you need to do is roll a dice and you say like, all right, if I roll this, then I do this, and this other thing, then I do that. And you roll the dice and your result, you look at it and you're like, well, I don't want to do that. You wanted to do the other thing all along, but the dice can help you get there. It's a weird little thing. I don't know. Your cats stole your favorite dice set? Oh no. Hi Slurgy, I just wondered what melee attack level do you begin to diversify the bro's weapons away from all spears? Talking in vanilla and not reforged. Oh boy, that is a loaded question, Elliot Foran. Because you're asking the wrong person. At what level do I diversify the bros away from all spears? For starters, we don't go with all spears. Even from the very beginning. There are other weapons. You're just not going to have that many. But also, I take my best brothers with the highest melee skill and make those into spear bros, not for the hit chance on regular attacks, but for the power of the spear wall as people are noting in chat, right? Think of it this way. With 90 attack skill, or 90% chance to hit, you can hold off an enemy for 9 of 10 attempts. At 95%, it's 19 of 20. You double your hit chance. You make it where you can hold them off for twice as long. That's insane. So you want your best brothers with the highest melee skill and the most fatigue to become spear bros, to be able to clear various difficult endgame camps ahead of schedule. So that's the Slurgy answer. I don't think that that's super common, and it does require you to understand the enemy AI, but I do have some videos on YouTube. That's right, and also any weapon is a spear, only differently shaped. That's true. But it does require, like, leaving gaps between the spears very intentionally, little holes where enemies can jump in and then just get clobbered by the rest of your bros with the real damaging weapons. The spear's not a damaging weapon, it's a control weapon. So. All right, No Man 1220. Another 2 in hit points. And he's only rolled like 2s and 3s in range skill. I'm feeling kind of bad that we don't have Colossus on this brother who's not going to have that much hit points. A mace is just a blunt spear? Yeah, definitely. And a bow is a stick that throws little spears, exactly. Does that mean you accept a bro with fairly low melee attack to have a mace or something which... well, maces don't have a bonus to hit chance. I think, honestly, Elliot Foran, there's not like a great one-size-fits-all to your answer. There's not like a answer to your question. But if you want advice for just like vanilla Battle Brothers, the Win Streak series that goes through every single origin in the game, pick your favorite one and just watch. And I try to be pretty explainy as I go along the adventures. But I don't use spears in every single run, right? I wanted to show a diversity of company playstyles. So make sure it's a run where I'm planning on using spears, because I don't in all of them. Just in like... I don't actually know the percentage. More than half. Anyway, I'm going to grab hybridization here. Hey, you're welcome. Never let the spears touch? Yeah, never let the spears touch. Everyone knows that. Leave a gap. Like 1 urinal between you and the next spear bro. So yeah, one of the things I'm worried about with No Man 1220 as we're leveling up here is that his hit points are going to be just like too low. So I kind of want to like sneak in Colossus, but I don't know what I would cut. Like, is there a world where I would cut Finesse to grab Colossus? Because I don't think we can cut Trick Shooter. I think the extra hit chance on, like, basically getting an extra hit chance on the first time we use a bunch of skills is super important. We're obviously not cutting Bullseye. It seems stupid to cut Marksmanship. It's just so much damage. Now, it did get nerfed. It used to be, while there's no enemy within 2 tiles of you, and now it is 3. 3 is, like, kind of far. So I could maybe consider cutting Marksmanship, as much as that feels like a little bit of blasphemy. Bows don't need this quite as much, right? It's like okay for them to not have it. Yeah, I can hear the dog. Yeah, sorry if you can hear the dogs barking up there. Which makes me then want to maybe sneak back and grab Colossus. Just because I feel like 60 hit points is too low, and the +2s just aren't enough value. Hardened turns off perks. Yeah. None of that Reforged nonsense, where you get bonus perks. So yeah, I kind of think I might do it that way. I mean, we'll see how the other level ups go. But I'm really thinking I'm probably going to swing back and grab Colossus. So on this level though, I'm going to grab hybridization. It does help that, you know, this guy's going to have a bow. And so with a bow, we want to keep his vision at 7. So that means we have to wear a helmet with no vision penalty. And even like the open-faced Sallet? I don't know. Some people pronounce, whatever. I'm not pronouncing it right. Who cares? It does help that we'll have small target, which means we can wear like heavier body armor. And that will help. And I'm mostly just worried about preventing ranged attacks from hitting this brother. So, does he ever get to go to 70? No, hybridization we're going to get very little value out of. Except for the weapon swap. Maybe I could have, you know, I allocated this point, but my god, what if I had just not taken this? I didn't even consider that that was an option. I shouldn't have taken hybridization. I mean, it's fine. That was probably the one to cut with this brother. Susie's right. Huh. I just sort of instinctively grabbed this, thinking for sure that's what we'd want. Well, it's too late now. I clicked the button. And it wasn't no misclick. I clicked that intentionally. Just absent-mindedly. Alright, curse word, we're going to grab Hold Steady. This perk is very good. We gain extra defenses and immunity to being stunned, knocked back, or grabbed. Simply too good. It's easy to change. Just craft an Oblivion potion without town because Kraken is reasonable. Yeah, all reasonable things you're saying. Oh, also, okay. Speaking of build mistakes, let's talk about curse word a tiny bit. Somehow, in the last stream, I convinced myself that it was okay to pump the range skill of this brother to get up to 70 to gain the melee defense. And that was like a justifiable thing because we'd want to be throwing and stuff. But now that I think about this a little bit more, what I didn't really think about was the whole reason why I didn't want to do that in the first place. And I feel a little bit silly about this. But it's okay. I think sunk cost fallacy, something. But like, if Onslaught costs 30 fatigue, and Hold Steady costs 40 fatigue, then if we're using those on 2 separate rounds, we need a total of 65 fatigue to do both, right? We could also, as an alternative, pocket away the shield, use those abilities, then pull out the shield, and then need to shield wall again before the enemy meets us, which would be fine. But not that fine, right? Only like a little fine. Anyway. When I'm thinking about that a little bit more, that's a big ask. Even with this like light, crappy gear we have on right now, we don't really have enough fatigue to pull that off. We really don't. So like, that just doesn't, we just don't have the fatigue to be able to do that maneuver and then still like throw axes. We're not going to be throwing stuff. The shield wall would just offset the save fatigue. Yeah, it would. It would. Right. So what I think I should have not done, and I only did it with one level where I allocated points on range skill, but also like, it's not just that we get melee defense from taking this perk. It's not like that's free. I would have had to have allocated the perk. I don't want to do that. I think that this brother, as silly as it sounds, since he's going to be part of our primary main phalanx shenanigan nonsense, I would rather not have this and just simply take another defensive perk in its place. It could be any number of things. It honestly could just be Reforged. It could be Brawny. It could be lots of things. Could be exploit opening. You know, I don't know. Oh, speaking of exploit opening, I was going to talk about that a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't think I'm going to take Shield Expert because I think I honestly kind of don't want Cover Ally to be something that happens haphazardly onto others from Shield Sergeant, since it, like, I don't know, that just doesn't seem like a good idea. Could be backup plan, could be backup plan. Could be backup plan, right? Because we can use a backup plan to regain enough, like, action points to do the shield push. Right, so as an example, let's say that it's like later on in the fight, we've already used Onslaught and Hold Steady. We have enough fatigue for a shield push, and we want to do it. It's an important shield push, let's say. We can attack twice with Spear Flurry for free, use backup plan, and get 2 attempts at a shield push. Maybe that would be good. So it could be backup plan. I agree. I actually think backup plan is potentially pretty good. Also, another option is, like, we might want to use Onslaught and Hold Steady on the same turn. And backup plan lets us do that. So all that is to say, I shouldn't have taken the 1 level up in range skill, but also that it's fine. And I'm deciding between the hit points and the melee skill here. Our hit points is actually 47, which I think is more acceptable, flexible, but I'm not going to take the initiative with a +3, or maybe I should. As I've mentioned before, it's very important that Curse Word is early in the turn order, and maybe it's so important that I even take a +3. Sounds like a lot of cope. Which part? I'm gonna grab the +2 melee skill. I think it's fine. It's also, like, okay for now. All of it? Yeah, fair enough. Battle Brothers is a game of copium after all. Let's see. And we didn't get hit at all, right? No, we did in the head here on Meta Wrecker. So given these got somewhat depressed hit points, let's do... this, and then over here we'll throw my leather hat on. The +5 speaks to you? Nah, that's what happened to me previously, and I should have let the +5 not speak to me. I think the +5 is it's a siren song, it's a trap. Okay, and I don't know that I continue on this way. We haven't, I mean, previously all we did, we saw, what, hyenas down here? So I think we want to stick near, like, where Briggies are spawning from here and here, and stay in this area. Good boy, George. Hello, hello. So we're just going to be swinging back and forth on this road. But sunk cost, I know. Okay, we got some big, thick boy, heavy footprints. And this faction doesn't hate us yet, so... maybe try to locate yourself for better chance of brother joining. No, we're focused on money right now. I mean, we are on roads, and this is the best option for us. Man, First Himmelsberg Company, don't. Leave them alone. All right. Oh boy, look at all these footprints. Okay, so this looks like... okay. Well, let's chase them. See what they are. Nomads. Good. Abba would be proud. Focus on the money. That's right. Money make the world go round. When we got some citizens we can beat up on. Now, I probably do want to keep... Nah, I don't know. I don't care. I was going to say I want to keep like one southern city friendly with me. But, nah. Nah. We can get our belly dancer later. We really just want to focus on, for now, money. I hear them moving. They're doing stuff. Did someone say belly dancers? Uh-huh. What use are friendly cities if you can't use them? Oh, yeah, so... you kind of can use them. And that is, many event brothers require a non-hostile city. Could the belly dancer be named Shakira? She sure can be. Okay, looks like they've stopped moving. I guess we do have to approach them, huh? Okay. Did you play Menace? Yeah, I played the demo. I took it for a spin. Let's see. Maybe moving to burner forward would be the one to do it. If relationships go down as slow to northern cities as they do for southern cities in this mod, then I think you could be... Yeah, that's right. We can still attack their citizens for a good amount. They should probably try the Menace demo so you're not completely unaware of the mechanics at release. I mean, I don't know. Let yourself be surprised. I think that's fine. Obviously, you know, you do what's right for you, but... How does using no cities work out? Yeah, everything comes from loot drops. Where does money come from? Loot drops. How do you keep up with wages? Loot drops. How do you get new gear? Loot drops. Yeah, map nerd. I mean, yeah, there's solutions for a lot of these problems. I mean, it's true. Map nerd is a big part of it. Man, they're really sitting here passively. I really thought they'd at least move their ranged units forward to be able to attack a little bit. I'm being very passive here, but it's just because I don't want to take random bits of damage for no reason. Would Manhunters make the no settlements challenge easier, you think? With this rule set, yes. Right? With the way I did it in vanilla with no loss, I think Peasant Militia is probably the easiest. In this, given that I changed the constraint to where I can still lose brothers, Manhunters would be probably the easiest origin to start with. But I haven't done Manhunters in Hardened at all, so I don't know anything about whatever they may have changed. All right, we're going to do hold steady, and we are going to push forward. Probably will have cover here, but I don't know. There we go. Okay, okay. What? What are they doing? We're gonna walk up and throw sand in this guy's face? Kind of mean, but... There we go. Ooh, what a shot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Holy War is better for Converted Crusader being in the event pool, but, you know, honestly, I don't know that it matters that much. Let's rotate here so we can get onslaught on everyone. Yeah, we heard you like formations. Well, look at this, I guess. And given that I'm going to do onslaught, I think I'm just going to, like, attack on these brothers. And then end turn. Because of onslaught, a bunch of our boys are faster than them. Gorbachev, thank you for the raid. Gorbachev, I'm not familiar. I don't believe we've met. Thanks for the raid. What were you playing? When you say everything comes from loot drops, I feel like the reason you don't get it is because you never attacked a caravan or peasant. I mean, most of what we're getting from the caravans and peasants is, I'm not going to say insignificant. In the early game, it's super significant. But, you know, later it doesn't need to be. It won't be. Finally started playing Battle Brothers? Oh, all right. Well, welcome. Battle Brothers is a wonderful little game. Enjoy the adventures, the journey. Okay, it's over. And don't mind this modded content. Vanilla Battle Brothers is beautiful. No reason to hop into modded stuff until you've played a good amount. But I am having a lot of fun with this. Oh, and I should equip the composite bow. What am I doing? What am I doing? I got that composite bow from the previous fight and didn't even put it on. What a misplay. What a mistake. What a disaster. Speaking of copium, speaking of, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm sad, but we can fix it. We just equip it. The only enemy group you can think of dropping food is orcs with strange meat. I mean, almost every single camp with humans in it has regular food. All wandering groups have food. I mean, oh yeah. So someone in the Discord asked why on some of these full force bros I don't grab Backstabber. Because my melee attack is terrible, because this is a group of starting peasant militia. And my answer was, I take exploit opening. Now, I didn't give like a good answer on the Discord, but I can give that better answer now. Exploit opening is insanely good for this kind of brother for the following reasons. I made a small list. 1, we're going to be fighting in this weird formation. When the enemies engage on us, as you can see, the opportunities for us to get value from Backstabber, very minimal. It's not like this is static. We will change from it, but like enemies are going to be surrounded by, like, at most, one other brother a lot of the time. So that's not a lot of value. Next, the value the Backstabber provides is really good early on, but exploit opening will get better as the campaign goes longer. And that is a huge deviation from other accuracy-based perks. For example, fast adaptation. Fast adaptation early on in vanilla. Anyway, let's I mean, it's true here too, but you get an early thrower as a standard, archetype of brother you have early on. Fast adaptation has insane value on that thrower early on and keeps enough value later where you're always happy with it. But the value that it provides later is admittedly substantially lower than at the beginning. The difference here is that exploit opening, since you're getting stacking hit chance whenever an enemy attacks and misses against you, as your defenses get higher, enemies miss, and as the campaign goes on, enemy groups get larger. So you are sustaining an increasing number of attacks, just in general, meaning you get more and more stats, right? Because enemy groups go from 12 to 18 to 24, right? More enemies. Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, I wrote that twice. Great. All value in... Oh, yeah. All value in one. I know what that means. Unlike Backstabber, which would give like a certain amount of attacks, extra hit chance for every attack you make, or Fast Adaptation, where as soon as you expend the stacks, then it resets. Exploit Opening, I mean, it does reset, right? But since with Full Force, we're doing one big attack per round, then we expend our stacks, assuming we hit, and then enemies attack us after that happens. Since enemies attacked us after we did our attack, then we rebuild up our stacks. And if we happen to miss, no problem. We hang on to these charges. Maybe the enemy is ultra evasive. They hit us even more or attack us even more for us to counterattack. So, you'll argue that fast adaptation against enemy champion units will always be super good? Sure. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But in any case, I think exploit opening more or less solves our accuracy woes. This brother's always going to struggle to hit stuff, and that's fine. We've got low statted brothers, but you have to make the most of that. You have to plan on not always hitting the enemy. That's just how it is. Speaking of not always hitting the enemy, a +1 in melee skill. You hate to see it. Yeah, obviously, even if a perk I think fast adaptation is literally exactly the same in Hardened as it is in vanilla, but the value of each perk is totally different. Even if this is the exact same, that doesn't mean that this perk acts in the same way, because it's a whole different game, right? So if we take Slay the Spire as an analogy, if we were to change silence, draw and discard type cards like Tactician and whatever, and backflip and stuff like that, it would change the value of Catalyst because all the other stuff changed, right? Anyway, all that is to say, even the perks that are the exact same as vanilla, I have to have a different valuation in this mod because everything else has changed. Enemies have changed, perks have changed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's enough ranting. Let's play more Battle Brothers. And I think I might just grab exploit opening on this level. So, that's nice. And this brother, I don't like that one with a shield is our only defensive tool. So, I'm going to get more hit points, and eventually resolve won't be as big a problem because we are going to grab Bulwark. So I could either grab the +1 melee skill, or if I think we still need a little bit of fatigue, and actually we honestly kind of might, to be able to put the heaviest armor on this brother, which I think is probably in our best interest, I think I'll just go ahead and grab the fatigue. All right, so we could continue down south and see if there's more footprints. We do know that based on that nomad group that led us towards the Curious Shipwreck, that there is a nomad camp somewhere near here. I mean, maybe it's just in this little patch of fog here. Probably not too close to the Lost Castle of the Doomed. My God, what a hardcore name. Ooh, never mind. More fresh footprints. I was going to say we can at least cycle through here, but let's follow these footprints. Oh, right. These citizens. I saw them earlier. Hey, Slurgy, I usually watch your VODs. It was too late for you most of the time. Thanks for the vids. Well, hey, DeFox91. You love to hear it. Glad you are, glad you're enjoying. Yeah, what a name. I know, right? Ah, we got our nice fancy schmancy new bow. Miss Less? Good. Wall of text about how the value proposition of perks changes depending on the surrounding blah 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 wall of text. Missing is how you lose. Miss Less? Good. Well, that's true. But sometimes, like, if you let the enemy hit you and it kills you in 1 hit, that's bad. But if it kills you in 6 hits, that's not so bad. There we go. All right. Okay. Thank you for Grug Talk. Yeah. Hit enemy good. Miss enemy bad. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Yeah, blood on enemy good, blood on bro bad. Also true. Okay. Nice little pile of crowns from these peasants. And we're going to continue on this little road. And we are hoping that none of those ding-dang noble armies take these briggies away from us. Or the undead. An ancient Decanus. Oh my. Would there be loot there that we want? I don't know, the milites are slightly spooky. Huh, okay. I'm not going to say this is a spooky fight, like I don't think that's true, but it's not like a... It's not a nothing fight. Auxiliaries are way stronger than in vanilla. Like way stronger. And do I want the maces or would I rather just equip flails? Maybe just flails. Right? Yeah, it's definitely a fight for the Berserk Chain, so I'm going to give that to Metarekker for sure. We're going to put him on the edge of the formation. And then Curse Word, you know what? We can give Curse Word just a hooked blade. That's totally fine. No Man 1220. We don't have any good... Like, we'll just give him a hooked blade as well. Yeah, they're stronger but less spiky because you don't have haha suddenly fearsome. I mean, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I think I'm going to equip these flails. I think those will just be better weapons against this enemy. We're going to keep the arming sword, of course, and then Master Maticus is going to keep this Morning Star. And then let's put on these wooden shields in case we need to push. Could happen. Could happen. Unfortunately, we don't have a better weapon here. That's fine. Okay. So the Ancient Decanus, what is his gear like? I don't even know. We don't even see him yet. Please consider pronouncing it Deck Anus. Consider it considered. Is it like a brigand leader? Kind of. So the only thing throwing me off is just the weird terrain here with like these hexes. I'm considering just doing like a gentle scoot at the top. And then grabbing these high ground hexes down here. Maybe I don't, though. Because they're also going to be really inclined to like grab this one, and if they're surrounded, I think that's fine. The one thing I might do is put Meta Wrecker like here. And I could put Master Medicus. No, I mean putting Meta Wrecker here and being able to jump to help him I think is also fine. Make sure he gets an attack. He's got a big weapon. Alright, so what is this? 175 armor? Man, we want that. Alright, so he's got the Decanus command. We can shield wall for no action points. He doesn't have... Oh, no, I see. Yeah, because they're in the presence of a Decanus. Okay, right. GSF MPGH. Hello, hello. Yeah, I think we want to dagger this guy down. We want this 175 armor. It'll be very good for us. Where's Curse Word? Curse Word's here. So do I think this is the turn where I'm going to go and attack them? I think so. So I think what I do on Curse Word is I do Onslaught and End Turn. Because they're going to jump at me, right? And then we'll get a Hold Steady next turn. Oh, come on, run further forward. I mean, I still go forward and attack, but I don't. Okay. I really thought one of them would run all the way up for this high ground here, and I just didn't think that they wouldn't. Now, of course, what this means is I'm most worried about Antiwian up here. So I could maybe have like Xeno Aristo or something run up and be nearby. Just more shield wall adjacency since the rest are all going to kind of fill up all the other hexes. I think that's fine. But I'm not going to miss any opportunities for attacks. Oh, no, I guess I'm not going to be able to do... Well, he can run up next turn, too. Oh, I actually meant to attack this one. Okay. No, I'm gonna run Master Maticus up here. He's got the big stuns. We like the big stuns. Slime mold formation? Yeah. Okay, we still go here. This guy doesn't get an attack. Where's this guy gonna go? Okay, down there. Sure. So definitely do... hold steady doesn't hit Antiwian. I should have thought about that. It's like the one bro I really want to hit. Well, shit. Does that mean I hold on it? Use it in the... start of next round? Man, that sucks. That's a misplay. I didn't realize I didn't have curse word who would be in range here. I didn't think about that. It's got a range of 4. All right, and I want to make sure that Antiwian is in it. I'm just going to go up here to be in position for hitting it next round. I still use it, honestly. I don't, because I'm not really worried about anyone else. I'm going to bring Master Maticus up here, as previously described. I could just push a couple of them. Make sure they get less attacks. Fewer attacks, sorry. That honestly isn't that bad. Oh, he did a push. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I held on to the rotation. And we are faster than them, so... good. So we're going to rotate Meta-Wrecker out. The great irony here is that our hold steady's not going to hit falsers here, which is the bro we need to protect on this round. Whatever. If we need to push this guy to dagger him down successfully later, we just will. I also kind of want to dagger down this Ancient Meleis though too. Like I kind of want this armor a little bit. You can just double rotate. I mean, that's true. That's true. He does have the fatigue, he can double rotate. How early can we be greedy? Nah, I might just take this guy out. Lower his damage output. I guess that just lets Meta-Wrecker just walk away. Turns out we don't need a rotation at all. Can also push him. Just to make him do less to us. I think I like that. So brave Sir Meta-Wrecker ran away, but didn't play a song about it. He could have. And just let 9 lives proc, but that didn't seem right. Yeah, let's get this guy crowded. No, don't hit him in the head. They're so strong. Yeah, so Chris Ward's done all of his fancy schmancy abilities. So we'll probably move him forward, but we'll wait till the end of the round to decide exactly where we want to put him. Let's play some music about it. Do I throw more sand in his face? I kind of think so. Kind of like throwing sand in his face. How many charges we have left? Does it say? Yeah, it does. And I'm going to Advance Lightning push him. He can go wherever he wants. 4 charges of Pocket Sand, bro's a hard carry. It's pretty good, isn't it? Stop hitting him in the head. I want to make sure we're ready to bail out to Burner if we need to as well, with like Falsers. Might put him up here. There, finally. I'm gonna wait on Falsers. They're seriously so strong. Like, these are auxiliary. When I just flail the Skelly Knife is so dangerous. 175 armor. 175 armor? Where's your greed? Ow. I mean, flail hitting headshots. Well, that's true. Could be doing more of that. Yeah, no, you're just right. Could just do that. Regardless, I'm mostly just putting off letting him do any attacks for now. Do Ancient Dead have Steel Brow and Hardened like vanilla? They do not. Also, Master Maticus has missed almost every single attack up there. I don't want him to run in range of DeBurner. So far he hasn't, but now that DeBurner's a little bit lower on health. What if he did? Yeah, we could press the blue button. I'm just thinking about whether I want to just engage with Xehanori still. I think there's like a small but non-zero chance of death on DeBurner, considering he doesn't have 9. And I think I am just gonna still dagger him down. Do Ancient Dead armors have same rates or better? They're like a little bit better. They're a bit better. Alright, I'm here. You can start now. Good. I was waiting. Hello, Broad Metallic 2. Alright, I think we've pretty much got the top part solved. So I think I can pull out the dagger here on like Xenothoth 2. So I suppose I should be... yeah, like here. Curse Word can go here. We can eat an attack by that guy. Finally. We'll play a little music about it. Missed damn near every attack. We are out of pocket sand. Boy, I almost think like Sir Kel's even going for the headshot is like almost kind of pointless. We're out of pocket sand. Surely DeBurner can go here, right? Let's let him attack first. It's interesting that he does the shield wall at the end. So this cancels his shield wall. So that's not like a pointless thing to push him. Meta Wrecker being the company musician. All right. Injured shoulder wasn't from this fight, right? Yeah. Let's just press our blue skip turn button, I guess. And here as well. Oh, I should have pushed him. I was just talking about that. Why would I not do that? Well, I'm a fool. Wow, who are these 12 incredibly talented, successful, and handsome peasants I've stumbled upon? Right. Beautiful, aren't they? Throwing for content? That's it. A classic Slurgy maneuver. We only need one more little tiny speck of damage. An itty bitty speck. Can't pull him here. Rotation value. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that double rotation. What? Oh, okay. We did get it. It just looks less fancy. Okay, I was like, we got cheated. It just looks less fancy on this screen. All right. All right. All right. All right. Whew. Brother Falsers, your words echo in my heart and give me courage to face yet another day in this dark world full of brigands. Beautiful, beautiful. There are truly fewer better feelings than getting back home after a week of work travel and getting to relax and nerd out in peace. Honestly, so true, so true. And we got ourselves an ancient breastplate. Is it an efficient piece when it weighs 24? No, that's okay. Sometimes we don't need it to be. We also got more of these fancy schmancy helmets. Broken ancient bladed pike. I don't know if those are actually good or not. We'll take a peek. Ancient spear? Maybe? Okay. All right, so this armor, this little 175 dibbly-doo, what's the damage on a militia spear? I don't have one handy. But yeah, this does say 30 to 40, which is definitely different from... Oh yeah, militia spear, militia spear. This is better. They upgraded all of the Ancient Dead weapons. They made all of them better. They made... Everything about Ancient Dead is scary as hell now. Right? I mean, that's a group of auxiliaries, and that was a hell of a lot harder than the equivalent of, like, scoundrels and nomads and stuff. Sergi, can you talk a bit about your view of the standard pike versus the ancient pikes? Ancient ones seem strictly better to you due to the high armor pen, but if memory serves, the game values them less. Gold sell price, which feels odd to you. Yeah, so in vanilla, I think the takeaway for the bladed pike versus regular pike in vanilla is that the bladed pike is like a tiny bit better. I think they have the same armor penetration. I think it's just that the bladed pike has a little bit more armor damage, right? Like a tiny bit less of a smaller damage roll, but more armor damage. Am I remembering this right? I think the ancient bladed pike is like a tiny bit better than a regular pike in general. They're so close that I don't think you need to worry about it too much, which one you use. The ancient bladed pike has less durability, but that never ends up really being relevant. Okay, so we can replace this armor with this one, and probably we fix this up. Yeah, the durability might explain why the game values them less. Yeah, and they, you know, who knows why the... Oh my god, DeBurner's wearing like a... I don't know, whatever this is. An athletic shirt, as it is sometimes called. All right, let's replace this helmet. Oh, and we're gonna need to replace these weapons too. Let's see. Yeah, this body armor got completely destroyed. All right, so we're going to put the crossbow here, the bow back here, and here we're going to go with a shield with these throwing javelins. And honestly, maybe just a dagger. Doing 16 extra armor damage per turn is definitely not nothing. Is that really how much extra it would be, Bloxor? On average? Is it 16 more? I thought it would be less. Let's see, what else do I need to move around here, gear-wise? That might be it. Oh, I guess we got this helmet. And then what's our tools situation looking like? Ooh, oh no. Oh no, the tools situation. The tools situation, not good. We had a lot of weapons lose durability from slamming into shields. And I guess a lot of these flails may as well just simply get replaced by maces anyway. Sergio, I'm curious, do you have a compilation of the Runonomicon entries? Not a compilation, however, during the One True Run, Squigs was doing a very good job of chronicling, so there are clips of most of them. Though I should compile them into a book, with Father Falser's permission, of course. So let's see, on DeBurner. Decisive? Or should I grab Bulwark because our resolve is 23? Probably should grab Bulwark because our resolve is 23. Let's bring that up to 33. And I think I'm probably still going to take the +1 melee defense. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts, but I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to grab the 3 resolve. Who am I kidding? Even with real armor on and even with Bulwark, that's pretty low. This at least makes it better, and it will go up as this Ancient Breastplate gets fixed up a bit. Okay, so the responsible thing is to unequip some of these things that I don't want to have fixed up. The shields don't need to be at full durability. It's pretty minor. But a lot of this other stuff I actually do want to fix up. Well, that's just how it is. So we're looking for more Briggies to fight, footprints to follow, Briggies to beat up on. Nomads too. Come on, Backstabber's Hideout. You not sending anyone out? Not sending out any patrols? Really? No patrols? No footprints? Sure, whatever. We'll just go this way and then swing back. We're hoping that there will be some nomad footprints here. Oh, Karkon hates us now. You attack their citizens too many times. I'm so tempted by these, but I think we wait just a little bit. We can wait till level 7. We can wait till level 7 before we attack, like trading caravans and military caravans. Even though level 7 on this particular campaign is going to be less of a big deal compared to some of the previous, since we're not going to have nimble, but flexible instead on a lot of brothers. Flexible still will like improve hits to kill by quite a bit, but Hmm. Deciding whether I want to do like a little mini sweep through the sand. I don't think so. Flexible makes armor exist. Yeah, and it makes your hit points exist through the armor. It's like incredible injury protection and stuff. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this the runaway laborers? Oh my god. Okay, but it's only a 70% chance. However, this is 70% chance of a bro. So I haven't seen anyone around these parts. Oh shit. Okay. Welcome to the Houseless Heroes. Oh my god. Welcome in Brewski. Oh my god. So what I was saying earlier about this being a, what was the chance? I still have, well, I could look. It was 3.7433, at least earlier in that other part of the map. It may be a little bit different here, but that was a less than 5% chance. That was a insane roll. Okay. All right. So what do we have here? We've got ourselves a Gravedigger. We had a max roll of hit points, max roll of resolve, max roll of melee skill, Night Owl, Death Wish, light armor, medium armor. Okay. Polearm bro? Yeah, so we've got the powerful strikes, right? I mean, probably. Okay. Yeah, tuck him in the spear tip. I think so. Dagger bro? He could be, but I don't think so. Not without the swift strikes. Yeah, we have access to 9 lives, which is super good. Overwhelm sword lance? Oh boy. Technically could. I do think that in Hardened, that's not so ridiculous. We're not going to do it. However, just the fact that initiative builds as a concept sort of exist because of flexible, there is actually, and this actually is spelled AKSH at the start. I actually think Overwhelm Sword Lance in Hardened isn't so ridiculous. In vanilla, it's kind of a meme. Okay. You know, I did ask what gift Stavcool would give us this day, and holy shit. So what do we do with this, brother? I mean, probably we do actually do just Sword Lance. 57 melee skill with 2 talent stars, 99 fatigue with a talent star. Yeah, I mean, we've got Fruits of Labor to pump up all the secondaries that we care about, like all of them. We don't need to grab Resolve at all, especially if we grab Fruits of Labor. This is pretty crazy. Yeah, this is really, really, really good. This brother's really good. Applying minus attack to enemies sounds crazy. I mean, that's why I do plan on doing Overwhelm on Meta-Wrecker, Overwhelm Gunner. I am planning on making an Overwhelm Gunner. The thing is, with all of our shields and shield walls and phalanx, the fact that we're not letting enemies ever have reach advantage against us based on the way we're building the squad, we have already the tools to make it so that most enemy attacks are only going to be a 5% chance to hit. The only exceptions are the elite enemies with like the most melee skill. So Overwhelm isn't that ridiculous. So my AKSHULY might actually even happen here. He could be, no, fencers, no. He'd have to have, we wouldn't do it anyway. But in all seriousness, even though his initiative isn't that high, the fact that he have flexible means I do like, if we just did melee skill, fatigue, and initiative on most level ups, and then taking 3s in melee defense, maybe 2s, right? I really think that another polearm bro is totally welcome. Overwhelm polearm bro is not that stupid. We also have another opportunity for rotation bro. So he's going to be almost the same build as Falsers. Very similar. Like very similar. Super similar, really. And yeah, long reach definitely goes hard. Long reach is really good. There is a 2-tile cleaver, but we're not going to use it. It's called the Vulge. Yeah, I think we just make another polearm bro. Combo might even not be too bad. Unstoppable, not bad. I legit think I might grab Overwhelm. Like, actually. We have 3 more slots in the squad. We do. That's true. Rotation and Colossus. Maybe Colossus. Definitely rotation. Right. I think Death Dealer. Probably not Sweeping Strikes. Because I think if we're... Probably not Sweeping Strikes. Probably just Relentless. Look, I don't think this is that ridiculous. Oh, gotta have strength and number. Yeah. No, I didn't realize I hadn't already marked that. Thank you, apples and fruits. So we actually have too many things marked here. See bro number 13, awesome. Yeah, we just got him. Welcome, Meta Wrecker. That is so unlikely and so fortunate. I checked the chance in your mod and it was like, what was it, 3.4%? Very low. So this is a gift that we are not to squander. Could ditch the initiative perks for damage perks and go nimble. Yeah, maybe, but I like the idea of if we are going to use rotation, that the bro has a little bit more durability, and I do think flexible gives us more. Could ditch Fruits of Labor. We could, but I feel like if you take advantage of initiative, Fruits of Labor is pretty good. Maybe we don't do the initiative. I think maybe apples and fruits is right. Right, so if we did it a different way, where we cut like these ones, and we went nimble instead, then this frees up like Rush of Battle, which helps us after rotation. If things get dicey, we can rotate out. You know, we make sure this makes sure that it will cost less than 15 fatigue. 3.4 times 70%. Yeah, that's true. So it's like 2.4. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's true. The actual chance is closer to like 2.4%. Pump health, fatigue, melee attack. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that is how we would probably do it. So then definitely not unstoppable. Probably is just Colossus. Then at that point. Yeah, health / MDef. Right, exactly. Right, so is it just this? This is like a pretty classic. This is very similar to Falsers. Like, super similar. Is it like practically the same build? Boy, it is damn near the same build. It is so close. It'll just have it'll be a similar bro just with more melee skill. The nice thing too though is with Death Wish, you know, when this bro rotates in to bail out a bro and receives whatever punishment he does before he can do something the next turn, he'll have Death Wish, so he won't go to fleeing, which could, like, you know, right? Yeah, this seems all right to me. Yeah, something like this. All right. Wowza. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to be a big, nimble pile of hit points. And we're out of tools, so we can just equip whatever we want right now. So let's just go into battle like this. A little nervous about the head at the moment. Oh, and I guess I can re-equip shields now. I like him, let's keep him. I agree, let's keep him. That's a good idea. A very good idea. No Man 1220, thank you for the Prime sub. You missed getting an event, bro. Drats, which event? It was the Runaway Laborers, which, what is the cooldown? Let's consult the slides, because I don't remember. It is 60 days. So this one actually could happen. I guess I can update the event counter. This could happen as soon as day 92. Just like the 72 triple star melee belly dancer. You know, I feel like a run that's gotten this lucky though has me like nervous, just because it's like an opportunity to squander that I don't want to squander. Does that make sense? Like a squanderable. Like it feels important. It feels sacred. It feels, yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah, build up into epic fail. Right. That's not what I want. That's not the content that I'm going for. That is not the throw for content dream. All right. Also, looking at where that happened, right? Top 4/5 of the map. I don't know what their definition of top 4/5 is, but I'm going to be honest, that does not quite look like it is. It looks, I don't know, maybe. In any case, it's not luck. Dovcool has blessed us. The one true run it is written. I mean, Dovcool has given us one big blessing every single stream. Here's that same trading caravan. Not going to do anything there. Fear not, Captain. You've proven yourself time and time again, even if this is not the run, which it is. One day we will prevail during the run. Well, hopefully this is the run. Dovcool has taken one as well. That's true. That was simply Dovcool testing our faith. All right, Backstabber's hideout. You going to spawn some briggies? No. Why not? The downside to this little stretch of road is that there's really not that much caravan action, as previously discussed. They're just hiding out, apparently, in the Backstabber's hideout. So I don't know if I want to go like up through here. I don't think Sonmark will send its militia after us anymore. No, let's just keep walking. Oh, never mind. No, get back here. Get back here, peasants. And we are, of course, going to try to get some kills from our new bro, Brewski. Is it time to start raiding small supply caravans? Maybe, right? I think once we hit level 7, then we certainly can. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little spot for Brewski. Place for him to get down a little closer to the action. That way we can get him some experience. George Rockland, hello, hello. I missed. Okay, we're gonna do an onslaught. Take a little baby step backwards. What? He hit me. Okay, soften him up just enough. For Brewski 2, slam. A whole 9 experience. I guess I don't need to min-max the experience from peasants as much as maybe other enemies. But hey. In this economy? Massacring civilians for the experience. That's what you gotta do. Again, in this economy. Look at that. Look at that experience. So much experience. Incredible, really. Okay. I believe that you have slammed, but have you welcomed to the jam? Get up. It's time to slam us. 90 gold. 90 gold on those peasants. That's really good. All right, so let's leave behind this and damaged headgear and I suppose these ancient bladed pikes just are less good than the hooked blade. The damaged, the broken ones anyway. Let's just leave those behind. Oh, and the pitchfork, we don't need that. New study shows that 90 gold is not enough to be middle class anymore, right? Apparently not. And this bow, the short bow. Okay. We got a whole 1 tool from that fight. And I don't think we keep going north. I do think the right way is to just like keep going back and forth on this road. I don't know. It's tough because the only most of the only caravans here are the trading caravans from the south and the military supply caravans, and those just aren't good. We got 1 tool, I believe it was an Allen wrench, yeah. And this is the type of group that carries lots of tools. Right? the orcs out and about. And so, given that we have hold steady, which makes it so when these orcs charge in, they don't stun us, makes this fight actually pretty good for us. Also an opportunity to get maybe some new weapons. I think you'd have an easier time if you visited town. True. We would have an easier time. That's why we're here, only for pain. So we're probably going to start with a scoot and shoot. So given that, I'm actually going to have curse word, run back, and end turn. Also, didn't I grab, who did I grab? Did I grab decisive on DeBurner? What did I decide to do there? No, I went with bulwark. Okay. I couldn't remember. When are we going to talk about nobles buying up single family farmlands and renting out the plots? I know, right? It's gross. It's gross. So I think we can hold steady on this turn. These two orcs can charge all the way forward and do a stun. And we don't want that. Or a charge, or I don't know. I don't know what word I want to use. And like, this guy's kind of... He's just asking to be attacked, right? So let's do hold steady. And I'm just going to end turn. So that we can get the... whatever it's called. Next round. You used to be able to feed an entire company by working a 1-star contract. Thanks to inflation from big sword lance buying up everything, you sometimes need 2 or even 3-star contracts just to feed a company of 12. Mm-hmm. Can't stun me. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, so let's get a spot for Master Maticus to go in and do a stun here. Could also... This guy ended his turn. Weird. Let's pocket sand that guy. Got a stun there. May as well go for a stun here on Advanced Lightning. Got one. Okay. This is going really well. Personally, then, I think it's weird how big sword lands can just afford to pump out all the value while providing no useful services. It's a little suspicious, a little brigged, if you will. That does sound a little bit brigged. I missed. That's okay. We wanted to miss because we wanted Brewski to get some of that damage in for that good, sweet experience. Okay, so if I can get a stun here, all right. We're gonna get so much good, sweet experience. Okay, let's just wait here 1 minute. Hold up. We're going to be setting up some serious experience for Brewski. All right? We're going to get so much experience. It'll be incredible. The likes of which have never been seen. It's an onslaught. Oh, perfect. This is so good. We're going to feed all of these kills to Brewski. All of them. This is beautiful. Look at this. You may not like it, but this is peak gameplay. We're going to end turn on everyone except for Brewski, who's going to do all the damage. You may not like it, but I do. Bro was eating good. Bro was eating so good. Oh, man. Did he even level up? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, I have to scroll down. Oh, I have to scroll. There's a scroll bar. There's a scroll bar. I was like, I don't see him on the list. Now I do. Amazing. Brewski, who has gained a level. Honestly, that first level is super important because that first level is 9 lives. He was efficient in ending it, yeah. I mean, to be fair, they were a fully surrounded Orc Young, so it's not like their melee defense was, you know, popping off. But 9 lives. 9 lives makes us feel good. A +4 makes us feel good. The +5 is calling to us and tempting us, but I think we ignore it. Am I going to feel bad about this decision? Because I feel like I commit to it, right? Because it's basically either this or this. Why build cool initiative, bro, when you can eat the same old Colossus nimble trash? Right, so this is definitely more offensively powerful because we're just going to be able to have more fatigue to use. He's also better at saving bros with this setup. With this setup, he would be better at potentially lowering enemy damage output. And probably isn't meaningfully more durable. But would be a little bit more durable. And that's basically the difference. No, I think I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. Actually, I think the other way we would do it is we could maybe cut Russia Battle if I went this route. I don't know. I think I like this better. I can just make him a damage bro. Yeah, and he has to take the initiative investment, right? I just like, my monkey brain sees the +5 and I'm like, but what if? The nice thing about the way Nimble works too, is the way this is written, is that there's no, how do I think of the way to put this? You can still wear heavier armor and it's like, okay. The +5 trap again? Well, right. It's tempting. I think I am going to go with this, though. Love seeing this +4. And I think think we go with fatigue. I think we do like this on this level up. Plus 3 HP roll isn't bad at least. I mean, that's true, but I think I'd rather have the melee defense. I think I'd rather just have the melee defense. Yeah, I think we're gonna go like this. I think this will be the build. And the thing is like the starting value of what, 104? Yeah, 104 initiative is like, that's only okay, right? So the talent star and the flexible, like it's sort of calling to me, but I think I won't call it a trap, but I don't think it's quite what we want. Is student a real? No, student doesn't. Student does not give bonus experience anymore in Tiwian. If it did, I think it would be okay to take, like on level 3 after 9 lives. But yeah. Okay, well let's keep going down this road. Anything I want to unequip? Oh yeah, so we got that Morning Star, right? Yeah, we got this Morning Star. We should definitely equip the Morning Star. Absolutely. Give it to DeBurner. Morning Star is really good. Okay. Here just gives you a chance to skip an early perk. Yeah, yep. It is the, what color? The blue skip perk button is basically what it is. Get out a first row jail card, or sometimes second row jail card. It essentially just like advances your perk level. I mean, I will say this. In vanilla, most of the best perks are all in the first couple rows. However, in Hardened, I would say that that's not really true. The best perks really are the ones later on, for the most part. So there's a real benefit to just saying whatever. Okay. Is this a push forward and then use onslaught kind of situation? Nah. We back up 2 hexes and we make them earn it. Why should I use onslaught? They're the ones who suck. See? Guy sucks. Okay, so they're going to push forward in the second half of the round. So I am going to use onslaught now. And we'll be ready with hold steady next round. Didn't get our stun. What? Got that stun. I missed. Not there, though. No attacks for you at ranged. So, the fight went pretty well. It was just a cute little baby one, though. And hey, we even let our new Brewski boy get the kill. 114 crowns? Sure. Honestly, even just like cruising at this rate, like treading water here at this crowns level is honestly fine. We don't need the sackcloth. Okay. What's the tools looking like now? Hey, positive. You love for it to be there. I mean, if we can just chill here until level 7. At level 7, when we get flexible on a lot of bros, nimble on a few, I think that's when we can actually like take on the southern caravans and the military supply caravans, which there were some earlier, but hasn't been any in a while. That'll let us, you know, get more fights. Also mercenaries. Mercenaries have like the stuff. They have the armors that we can actually like get good value on flexible with. So let's see. Tarwa and Karakan must be a split sort of deal down there. But we got to fight these, right? They're aggressive. They're problems, menace to society, etc., etc. Level 7 will change the amount of hits each bro can take substantially. Exactly. Exactly. One of the big mistakes I made in the first attempt at this was fighting a military caravan at level 7. And even though it was a fight that I could have fought better if I understood how the AI would so fervently defend the donkey, it still wasn't a good fight to take. It wasn't a fight that was necessary to take at that time. Maybe is a better way of putting it. Hold steady, team. Critical exception just ruined your run. Never happened before too. No. Assuming you're. I'm reading between the lines here. Okay. Not that much experience from these fights. Only 10 crowns. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I find like little things to just like, maybe I don't want this anymore when I look at the victory screen. Looking at the stuff that I'm keeping. There are just little bits and bobs. You think with inflation they would be carrying around more money for? You would think so. Like, what are you going to buy with that, right? Though, I mean, hey, those 49-cent avocados from Aldi. That is actually the price they were at my local Aldi. Just yesterday. Okay, so I think these footprints are the same ones we saw earlier. Those are the ones that were this fight here. All right. Good, more peasants. 1337, current crowns. Pretty cool. One of the funny numbers. Joining the ranks of 420 and 68 plus or minus 1. A lot of things to like about 1337. It's a classic. It's an internet specific one. Very fun. 10 crown cuts on the look at the menu. Is that just what it takes to get in the door these days? Wow, it's rough. All right, so we're going to charge forward. I did do onslaught, so... we should be moving before them next round. And it'll be fine. Oh, that guy hadn't moved at all? Why did he get 2 attacks? Huh. Okay. Pretty intense fight there. Deep in concentration, as you must have noticed. 33 crowns is going to ruin our funny number. The team's euphoric, though. They love it. They love all this violence. I wonder if this camp is too far from a road to like spawn. There's like a weird, I don't know what the actual rules or logic is behind it, but there's like a certain distance from which the Briggy camps will be able to spawn the like ambushy units that are like sitting near the road, and they do have to be like a little bit close to it. This might be too far away. It probably is. So I think this camp, unfortunately, is not contributing to the Briggies on this road. It's probably all just spawning from this one. Now, one way of like increasing the Briggy concentration in one part of the map would be, 2 to 3 caravan guards. Ooh, very nice. You know, one way we could do it is like go other places on the map, take out the Briggy camps that we see, then return here, or destroy these Briggy camps, though we probably can't even do this one. It's probably too strong. And then go back north. It's an option, right? Because every time you destroy a camp from a faction, a new one is just immediately created somewhere else, more or less immediately. So, sounds like that far out camp is on the short list of targets when it's time to bust camps. Yeah, definitely, right? It definitely is. But it's probably got just like too much stuff. Whereas this one's like easy. It makes it a little bit tempting for me to just like bust this camp and maybe head back north. Now that we have holdout, maybe we can just bust this stinking cave and Forgotten Woodcutter's home and push the orcs out so that the Briggies that were operating in this area can be unimpeded, except by us. I'm not sure, like, from a meta strategy, if that's the right call. Why am I calling it a meta strategy? Map strategy. It's all part of strategy, but it's like the world map strategy, which is, I guess, a little different. Okay, so we got these caravan guards, which we're hoping have nice helmets for us. Your rule in these challenge runs was to always leave camps until you got the cartographer, but it's always different proceed. Yeah, this is the first time, and obviously the Hardened is just like every units are just different, crown values are different and whatever. But struggling for crowns in a way that, for the most part, I haven't really. Okay, so these guys have the, whatever these helmets are, the scale helmet or whatever. I mean, we still want them. So I think we just go daggers out on the whole front line. Get the surround and then just rock and roll. So we can just chill right where we're at. Yeah, challenge run experience is limited to vanilla. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the values are just different, essentially. So I don't know how that changes things. Oh yeah, merc groups are absolutely excellent. I mean, those still have a bunch of crowns. I don't know if their behavior was changed though. Brewski could maybe still participate in the daggering, but I think I'm gonna leave out the reach weapon. Technically a skull cap, I think, but I don't know the actual name. Yeah, something like that. Scale skull cap, maybe? So they went up and ended turn, so I think we just, we attack this caravan hand for sure, but these caravan guards we're just gonna, like, be in position. So then does that mean I do onslaught now? No, I think we hold it for next turn, right? Got him. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, I guess he, because he has phalanx. I forget about that. He still had, yeah. Okay. So let's do onslaught. Oh, I should have moved one hex forward. That way I could at least get trash comps in it. Oops. Okay. All right, so we got that guy fleeing. Got these fellas dead. I'm gonna go here just to throw some sand. That's what you gotta do. Gave him a bunch of accuracy. He's got that accuracy from exploit opening. Pocket sand. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Got both of the padded leathers and the padded scale helmet. Very nice. Not very much crowns though. You love to see the pocket sand, that's for sure. Lovely. All right, so we're gonna equip these helmets. of course. They are better than the ancient household helmets, though not like way better, right? They're just better. So any of these Phalanx boys that don't have 9 lives, I think are going to be the ones who we give them to. That's who we like prioritize. You were thinking about how back in the day tools used to come in a stack of 30 until one noble house bought up all the towns, and now they only sell them in stacks of 20 because you don't have the option to go to another workshop. And like we all know, if we start going to southern workshops, it'll start a holy war. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, what's that word when they add more like air to the bag of chips? Shit, there's a phrase for this. There's a word for that specific thing. Where they just like decrease the amount of product in a previously same size container. Shrinkflation, there it is, shrinkflation. That's what I was looking for, thank you. That's right, it's shrinkflation. Your autocorrect, yes, shrink flat iron. Dude, I love like a funny autocorrect though, I really do. Yeah, how few chips come in the huge looking bags. Now, to be fair, it is at least partially on purpose so that they don't get broken. Why am I giving them credit? That to be fair comment? Fuck you, Frito-Lay. I didn't mean that. You deserve no credit. Stop ripping us off. We just want to eat your delicious and nutritious, healthful, wonderful chips. That's right, Slurge becoming the mouthpiece for Big Chip. That's the dream. I think I'm maybe not going to fix up this padded leather. I almost had to revoke my subscription there. Right. Whew, it was close. Okay, let's get some bandages on Brewski. Sergi has that Futurama brain implant making him simp for Big Chip. They're delicious. Maybe we'll see some undead here from the Lost Castle of the Doomed. See if they got any footprints heading out. They do not. All right. It's at least worth looking for those. Hey, there we go. There's some briggies. Now, there have been briggies like spawning up in here. I wonder if there's a briggy camp like maybe nestled in here. In any case, wonderful. Oh no, they came from up here. So, how many total? 7 to 10. All right, this doesn't look too bad. And I think we do just still go with a lot of these maces. I mean, I could bring more flails in an attempt to get body armors, but daggers can also do that. Love the underground castle map art, one of your favorite. Yeah, it is kind of cool. Yeah, it is cool. I agree. But yeah, Squigs, I've also only seen like 2 episodes of Futurama. It's one of those things that like, I don't know. I know so many references from Futurama. And I even quote it. And I recognize it as probably a pretty good show that I would enjoy. But I just don't watch it. All right, so we're definitely going to be scooting and shooting in this fight. They have no ranged attacks at all. So I think with Curse Word doing, you know, Curse Word stuff, we're going to be in good shape. So what I'm going to do is wait on most of the squad, except for Curse Word, who's going to back up and end turn. That way we go early in the round next time. We're going to start out with an onslaught, and then we'll hold steady. So right now I'm looking at just like daggering this guy down, and nobody else I really care about. I'm just going to blow them all up. Okay, so I am going to do the onslaught here because I'm assuming they will push forward. Come on, Briggies. Don't disappoint. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Blow them all up, Slurgy and his evil villain arc? Well, yeah, true. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of, like, Futurama things. Well, it used to be milk. Time makes fools of us all. I say that all the time. I don't even know why. It's not that funny. Oh, now Trash Camps doesn't get an attack. You've inspired me to start a new run. You have about 40 hours in the game, and I've been listening for tips and tricks. Well, wonderful, Fosty. Now, I will say some of these tips and tricks, just be careful that they might be specific to this mod. Let's pocket sand this fella. Because I want to dagger him down. So avoid spear wall then? No. Okay, no. You're good. You good. You got everything you need to know. You got everything you need to know, Fosty 254. You got it all. I stand corrected. Okay, I'm gonna let Master Maticus have this hex to hopefully get a good AoE stun. Now let's do hold steady. Rude, but sure. Let's just do an aim shot back at this guy. That was good. Alright, so this guy's fleeing. I want to make sure that he is... So let's see. Alright, this robber ended his turn. I guess that makes things just a little bit easier. So we can't get this guy fully surrounded, can we? Too many people have ended their turn already, so I guess I have to go for a stun. It's the downside to breaking their resolve mid-round. Did not get the stun. Did get that one. Starting to damage his armor, though. Still gonna go for it. Alright, so we're going to try to get this guy's armor as well. I'm going to use the loot to finish that guy off. How cool is that? I thought it was cool. What's a guy got to do to get some stuns in here? Okay. See you later, robber, I guess. This guy's armor is sufficiently trashed. So we'll let Brewski get in there and give him a love tap. Alright, we'll let that last guy go. He's already gone. And 101 crowns, alright, not bad. A little bit of a low roll. I'm not I don't really know exactly what the range is. I technically could look. And we got another dagger. We're actually full up on daggers, don't really need it. So why did I grab it? It's a good question. I don't need a wooden stick anymore. Your dad was a caravan guard and fed a family of 3, plus a warhound. And I'm in a mercenary company and still can't afford venison. There I was playing with my coins, and my mercenary captain just said, these are worthless, you don't even need them. Ugh, disaster. Okay, let's see. Just leaving behind random little bits and bobs that I've decided I don't want anymore. Just the cute little ones, here and there. All right, Brewski has gained another level. You love to see it. So we could have him graduate to using one of these hooked blades. And could give him long reach, so that he increases the hit chance of others. The other option, of course, is strength in numbers. Has anyone read the book The Black Company? I'm reading it now, and it really gives off the Battle Brothers low fantasy grimdark vibes. Really enjoying it. I have not, but I've heard that same thing. Though, if you like the writing in Battle Brothers, Casey, the writer for this game, does have a bunch of novels that are Battle Brothers themed that I've been wanting to read and haven't. Okay, I think we'll take the 2 melee defense over 3 hit points. But that's sort of the... If I get a plus 4 hit points, I'll probably take the hit points. If I get a 1 melee defense, I'll take the 3 hit points. That's probably about where the breakdown will be. Is that the right place to draw the line? I'm not sure. That's cool, maybe I'll check it out next. Yeah, I mean, I like the writing from the game, it's really good. Ooh, Apples and Fruits blames the goblins for inflation, when really it's this mercenary company that's just like stealing everything off the side of the road, but who's keeping track? Oh, here. Apples and Fruits, I will make you a VIP. Send that link again, because it came across as all asterisks to everyone else. Send that link again and then people can see it. I'm assuming you're just linking the book. Casey's books are awesome, and he got the Black Company recently. All books, didn't start reading them yet. Yeah, there it is. Casey Hollingshead, that's his name. All right, I'm gonna go with strength and number first. I think we want Brewski to be getting some of these kills so that he can gain levels and catch up with the rest of the squad. Strength and numbers helps him. Long reach only helps everyone else. Not that helping other people isn't great, but sometimes you gotta look out for yourself. Yeah, I also like that same vibe, Falsers. It's why I really liked Game of Thrones, probably like many of you did. You know, it's just a shame they stopped after season 6, you know? When all the, everyone died in that terrible car crash and they didn't do anything after that, that's when it all stopped. What a shame, you know? Hopefully this new Hedge Knight show they're doing is good. Man, I don't know. I feel like they've burned that bridge. I can't. Imagine investing time in a Game of Thrones expecting a payoff. Imagine. All right, we're gonna do an onslaught. And beat him up. You like the stories but can't stand R.R. Martin's writing style? That's fair. I had well before the books came out, I had a friend who gave me the books. Or sorry, before the show came out. I don't remember how I phrased that. Anyway, before the show came out, he gave me the books. And I remember just sort of like not feeling engaged. And just kind of being like, too many characters and I don't think I care about them. Maybe started a bit too slow. I'm not sure. He spent 4 pages talking about someone going through a door and you tapped out? Yeah. Before the books came out, I got a... Oh, sorry. Before the show came out. That's not how I said it? Okay. Before the show came out, I had a friend give me the books. In fact, I think... Actually, hold on. I have it. Game of Thrones. It's still just sitting here. I never read it. But I have it. Sitting right there. Yellowed pages, 30's old. I mean, the book is old. The printing is... Who knows when it was done. Did you read the Wheel of Time series? Oh, man. Just the stories people tell about Wheel of Time are the most, like, to me, insane. Where they're like, you know, books 3 through 10 were awfully boring. And I'm like, oh my God, why did you read it then? I mean, I'm interested in reading everything since Sanderson took over, just because I like Brandon Sanderson's writing so much. But the way people talk about it does not give, like... it's not encouraging. I'll put it that way. Okay. So I don't think I keep going north here. I think we just keep going along Briggy Road here. I mean, we are positive in crowns from the start of the stream. And I think we just keep doing this. It's like therapeutic. It's like a seesaw. We travel back and forth. And we slowly build up in crowns and experience. And once we hit level 7, we'll have our real big breakout experience. A book you really enjoyed recently is Between Two Fires. It's a medieval horror book that takes place in the time of the bubonic plague. And it is creepy and amazing in just the right length. Ooh. Self-contained story, one and done. Yeah, I've come to really appreciate those. Tell you what, there are reliably nomads right here every time we walk past. And I am here for it. In fact, this kind of looks like our previous battles. Is it? How long do they stick around? Anyway, just do this fight again. What a cute little, like, thing they did. It's cute. I'm realizing that these slingers have an arc on Curse Word. I don't know that they'll attack him, though. They'll probably go after No Man 1220. No. Okay, no, they did. Alright, so we're going to do Onslaught. Take our little baby step forward. And start the Onslaught. And he said, "Yeah, this is a pretty good spear wall." I did give enemies crap for not doing good spear walls, but this is actually this is a pretty good one, Choppy Cat. You're right. Or are you? Nomad's taking your wedge idea. I know, I noticed. It's did they not see like the patent filing? They must have missed it. Okay, want to make sure that nobody gets away. That is important. Okay. Ooh, 176 crowns. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's the kind of thing I want to see. That is definitely the kind of thing I want to see. Leave behind more little bits and bobs. Things I've decided I don't want anymore. Just like onesie twosie here and there. Okay. Yeah, this has been money positive, just like going back and forth on this road. I think this is what I'm just gonna keep doing. And I think if I don't see anything here when I step up here, it's unlikely to be much traffic there. We just turn around. Hoping that this Briggy camp will have spawned a little patrol. This is our life now. This is our life now. Back and forth on the seesaw. Money's coming in slower than I'd like, but I mean, it's fine. I think the new fights that are unlocked when we hit 7 will make up for it. All right, we got some undead here. More milites. These fights are just like a little bit spooky. I wonder if I go, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed with the flails in the last fight. The damage is just so low. The armor damage itself is just so low, it is the thing. But think of the pikes. They're gonna, I think they're only the broken pikes on the milites. I think it's only broken pikes. Okay. Yeah, I think the way they did it was the Milace. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I think they always only have the broken pikes. In any case, they don't get their free shield wall this time. So I'm not going to scoot and shoot, but I am still going to do the scoot. Oh, and I waited on curse word. I don't think I wanted to do that. It's a bit of an oops. Milites is plural, while miles is singular, I think. Oh. I swear there's a unit called the Milite. I don't know. So if I think this is the turn I'm gonna go at him, I do want to do Onslaught now. I think it is. So let's Onslaught. I think what I'll do is nothing. They'll probably just stop one hex away from me and I'll feel sad. If we can do this. That melee contact might make the rest of these nerds run forward more aggressively. And then we get 2 attacks in. Perfect, question mark? Okay, so we're gonna need to get Trash Comps with his Inspiring Presence next to De Burner. So do I think I can get enough damage on this guy to kill him? I guess not. Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's do Pocket Sand and then move forward. Just to get right up in these nerds' faces. Ka-chonk. Okay, that was good. Alright, that was a good stun. Alright, nice. So good. The plural of the Latin miles, soldier, is milites or collective militia. We were the milites all along? Speak for yourself. I wish not to associate with these stinky, stinky undead. Nope, did not get that stun. Ka-chonk. Also didn't get that stun. There we go. Big old ka-chonk. We can go for one of these armors at the end. Didn't want to do it too prematurely. But this guy. And I suppose even this guy too. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe the 100 armor I don't care that much about. No. Let's just go for the 135. Pocket Sand's so good. Hey, Brewski getting the kill. Okay. Let's dagger him down. This looks very ritualistic, what's going on screen right now. And it looks that way because it is. All right, the Ancient Double Layer Mail. How do we feel about these Ancient Coffin Shields? They're basically like the Adargas, only a little bit, like a tiny bit heavier, and then they have knockback. I think I like that. A little bit more durability. Ancient Coffin Shield, actually, that's pretty alright. Pretty alright. No longer need these things. They're cooler. They're a cooler shape. We like octagons. Not as much as we like hexagons, but we like octagons. All right, so I'm going to quickly reform up the squad with the appropriate gear. And let's see. Honestly, could give one of these to Curse Word. And the reason I like one of these on Curse Word is Curse Word maybe does a random knockback blindly into the air. Not blindly, but, you know, into the air with the idea that sometimes we want other people to knock back, and he's a shield sergeant, so he makes them do it. Day 30 first try? Yeah, the first try on my third try. It only took our third try to reach our first try, so that's nice. Okay. Oh yeah, then this armor. We want to put this armor somewhere. Let's put it on Xeno Aristo, who's got kind of a low pile of hit points. Just a little bit too low. A little bit too small. Wonderful. What's our tool situation look like? Not bad. Not bad. We can even fix up the bits of gunk on these. In fact, maybe I give Sir Kells like a higher damage weapon. Hand axe is alright. Okay, and that is where I actually have to call it. So people watching on YouTube might see a shorter run length and think that Slurgy threw it. However, I actually have D&D tonight. So I'm going to be raiding and running. I'm going to send you guys to my buddy Austin, playing Blue Dragon. I know nothing about it, but he plays classic, mostly JRPGs. Lovely lad. And so I'm going to be calling it for the evening. I will be back tomorrow. I think. Should be back tomorrow. And so until then, wherever you are in the world, make it a good one. Ta-ta.